Yeah, I hear myself. So, okay, I was thinking of maybe waiting 2, 3 more minutes, but I think that we are ready to go. Uh, First of all, I want to thank Garrafeira Soares for this opportunity of being here. Maybe you are aware of that, but for Flor de Caña, it's a new market. We're just starting with them as a partnership relationship. We've been about half a year. So for us, it's a big opportunity to be here, to be here at this beautiful fair and let you know Flor de Caña and also have the opportunity of doing a tasting on the brand. Today, we are not gonna, here now, we are not gonna do a tasting because of the layout of the room. It's complicated, but you know that we have Flor de Caña, we have a booth in the circus, in the red circus, so please come later, and it will be a pleasure to share with you the product, because it's what it is about. But I'm here to speak about the history, about what makes Flor de Caña unique. And before that, of course, I don't want to forget, thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much. Thank you. And may I also introduce myself? My name is Marc Catalan. I am the area manager for Flor de Caña in European markets. I'm taking care of, it's a bunch of markets of the southern, eastern, and northern part of Europe. In total, it's 18 countries. So Portugal is one of our newest countries open. And I've been in the brand more than 13 years. So I know a little bit about Flor de Caña. If you have any question, may I suggest to do any question that you may have at the end of the presentation, because if not, it's going to be a bit more complicated. So, going into the topic, this is what Flor de Caña is about. It's a rum from Nicaragua. It's a family company with 130 years of history. We have a sentence here that is making a summary on what's Flor de Caña about. It's a smooth, very smooth rum. Did any of you have the opportunity of doing a tasting yesterday? Remember, 40 degrees, very smooth, easy to drink, naturally aged. So it's a very exquisite, smooth, aged rum from a fifth-generation family company based in Nicaragua, okay? In a tropical Nicaraguan, no? Since 1890. Nicaragua belongs to the tropic, it's Central America. It's very hot in there, and this is helping our product to be aged in a different way as well. Naturally aged in bourbon barrels. This is explaining the color and the vanilla that you will find easily in all the Flor de Cañas, in all of them. And is aged in a city that is about 2 hours away from Managua, the capital city in Nicaragua, at the base of an active volcano, San Cristobal. You will see later what's the interaction of this volcano with the brand, because it has a direct interaction. Sustainability is one of our key pillars, so we do all the process in a sustainable manner, and as a consequence, we are the only rum and the only spirit that is carbon neutral and fair trade certified. I have a video here that is explaining a little bit more about this story.
How we got here. Seems like a simple question, but there's so much to tell. This is a story of adventure, resilience, and family. So let's begin by telling you the when, the what, the where, and the why. Let's travel back to simpler times to find the when, specifically 1875. At age 25, our founder, Alfredo Francisco Pelas Canessa, decides to leave his hometown of Genoa, Italy, to look for adventure in the exotic and tropical country of Nicaragua. Upon arriving, he initially invested in an interoceanic canal through Nicaragua to connect the east coast of the United States to the west coast. The business was going well, but in 1890, Alfredo Francisco came across the most fertile land in Nicaragua and decides it is the perfect location for his next adventure, marking the beginning of Flor de Caña. More than 130 years and 5 generations later, despite many adversities along the way, the business still runs in the family.
So we cover the first pillar, that is a family business. And believe me or not, that is complicated in European markets to make a family business along the years, through the years. It's complicated because maybe the founders made a good business, then we have the sons receiving, and then the grandsons, and somehow they lose. In Flor de Caña, we are in the 5th generation. And not only is it complicated to get into a 5th generation business, if you put yourself into Nicaragua, that is a complicated or more complicated environment than in here in Europe. Not only because of the weather, the politics. There are earthquakes. We suffer fires. We suffer through this history a plane crash with the owners of the family that survived, but also make something very unique and change the history of the family. So for them, for us, it's very proud to say that we are a family business with 130 years of history within the same family. Just a number, but for you to know, only 3 companies out of 10,000 make it to the 5th generation. Some statistics here, but it's really one of our values, and we're very proud in this globalized world to be a family business. This is the first pillar. Second, okay, I talk about the family. We are going to talk about production. And I was telling you that Flor de Caña is naturally aged. You're going to see a video, and later I will get into more details.
We are proud of our rums, which are naturally aged without artificial ingredients in Nicaragua's tropical climate. Our distillery is located in a unique terroir between the Pacific Ocean and the country's tallest and most active volcano, the San Cristobal. This is the where. The soil fertilized by ash, the mineral-rich water, and the tropical volcanic climate all come together to give us the exceptionally smooth flavor of Flor de Caña. We are a single estate rum, meaning we own and control the entire production of the rum, from field to bottle. The talent and expertise of Tomás Cano, our maestro ronero for over 35 years, helps ensure the world-class quality of our liquid. It all starts with sugarcane, which is squeezed to obtain cane juice. The final honeys are later fermented with water and our home-cultivated yeast to obtain alcohol. The alcohol is distilled 5 times in our multiple effect column still. Finally, the alcohol is aged patiently in bourbon barrels, acquiring its unique character with time. The results are unbelievable. A true gift from nature with 0 sugar content, gluten-free, and with a calorie count similar to whiskey or vodka. A finely aged rum you can enjoy until the last drop.
Plenty of things to know here. There's a lot of information in this video, but it's super relevant. We're talking about a product that is naturally aged. We are not doing Solera. You know that Solera is blending different years, or in a barrel with a mother of X years, you add new liquid, and it's a different process, but it's supposed to be the year of the older. That comes from Spain. I'm from Spain, so we invented the Solera. Okay, it's a different process. We are not doing Solera. We're doing naturally aged. So if you have here some samples, 12, 18, 25, 12 years, minimum drop, 18, 25. In a tropical environment with an 8% of evaporation, it's very complicated. But we decided since the beginning to do our rum in this way. So we are not accelerating the process. Also, in the video, we mentioned that we control, it's a single estate, we own everything. Obviously, we are not a bottle producer. We buy bottles. But we control the whole liquid process. And this is very unique because you need a lot of sugar cane to produce 1 barrel of rum, because you compress it, you get first the sugar, after you get the molasses. With the molasses, you do the fermentation, okay? So it's a bit more, if you have wine, grape, you get more liquid from the grape. If you have molasses, you need to do an extra process. No sugar. I think that having no sugar is one of the most relevant things to say. There's a lot of sugar in our industry. I'm not making any bad point about having sugar in a liquid, But if you do a proper distillation, believe me, if you do a proper distillation of any alcohol, whatever, you get a liquid without any sugar. You need sugar to produce alcohol, obviously. In this case, the sugar comes naturally from our raw material, the sugar cane. But if you have sugar in a bottle, it's because during the aging, you have add sugar into the liquid. There are some other brands, I'm not going to say any, that has 20, 30 grams of sugar. 30 grams of sugar is the same sugar as the Coca-Cola regular. So you're drinking a sugary thing that is very nice, but can have a bad effect. So we are having no sugar. And, well, I have a diagram here of the production process, very simple. We need, obviously, sugar cane. This is the rough material, I told you. From the sugar cane, we get first the sugar that you have for your coffee, and as a secondary compression, you get a dark honey molasses. Flor de caña is a molasses rum. The molasses comes into this, here, cane juice, okay, that with our own yeast gets into the process of fermentation, and you get a very tasty beer, like the whiskeys, okay? With this fermented liquid, we get into the column distillation. We are not pot still. Pot still is a different way of producing rum. You get smaller batches. We are a big producer. So we do column. In here, maybe you cannot see, but there are 5 continuous columns. So we get a very pure liquid. We do up to 5 column distillation of the same liquid. We get alcohol around 75 ABV that we put into the barrels that has been previously used by the bourbon industry. By law, the bourbon and the Tennessee whiskey, they can only use the barrel once, okay? They sell it. We buy, it's like the Spanish, we sell the barrels to the Scotch, no whiskey. In the Central American, we buy the barrels from the Jack Daniels, Buffalo Trace, whatever, plenty of suppliers. Those barrels are small, 200 liters, so they are not big barrels. They're small barrels that are perfect for this tropical climate. And we try to keep the temperature as cold or fresh as possible without using any air conditioning, no water spraying, nothing artificial, so only shade. After 12 years, the liquid is still at 72. You need to reduce the alcohol to 40. That is what we have. And you put it into the bottle. And here is Flor de Caña, nothing more. Color is natural, the years are real, the product is super nice, and this is it. That's a real picture of the distillery. You can see some of the warehouses in here. This is the visitor center. It's a museum. We call it the biggest barrel in the world, but because it has the shape of a barrel, but it's big, no? And you see there our volcano. I've been 13 years, more than 13 years in the brand. I've been to Nicaragua many times, and I remember the first time that I went there, and suddenly I saw an active volcano 5 kilometers away from where I was staying. I said, is this safe? Yes. It's active, but it's not exploding. Being active means you see the smoke, that all the surroundings of the volcano are super rich. The soil is volcanic. This soil filters the water that we use. We need water to produce rum. So it's very rich. It's very rich. You see the distance. It's only 20 kilometers to the Pacific Ocean. This is our distillery and the San Cristobal volcano. What means this volcano? I was telling you, is making the soil even better to harvest sugarcane. We have a water that is filtered by this soil, and the climate. Nicaragua is very hot. Average 30s. In the night, maybe you have 25. 2 seasons, rainy seasons and summer. Rains or no rain. When it rains, it rains. It's nothing. Yesterday, what we had, nothing. They have floodings, 1 meter. It rains very heavily, 6 months. The rest, very hot. In the region around the volcano, as it is active, so you can touch the soil, the ground, and it's hot. It's even hotter, so it's around 35, 37. This climate is meaning that our aging, that at the end of the day is the interaction of a liquid through the pores of a barrel in this case, is even faster but we are doing natural aging, okay? As a consequence, an exceptionally smooth rum. That is our main characteristic. Also, and this is not that relevant in Europe, but in America, as we come from the sugar, because it's sugar cane, not the rough material, there's many people that think that rum has more calories than other spirits. No. If you are not adding sugar, you have the same. If you are adding Coca-Cola, you are adding the calories of the Coca-Cola, obviously. But well, here, just for you to know, Flor de Caña or any other rum that is properly aged has the same calories per alcoholic dose as any others. And to get the same alcoholic, you need to drink a much more beer or wine, obviously, so you get more calories. Tip. Next pillar, the example of all these good practices that we do since many years that are the results of the awards. Flor de Caña, the whole range, is considered, or in my opinion, is the most awarded rum in the world. Why? Because this is a result of these good practices, of this quality, and there's another video here for you to see.
Top quality credentials. A portfolio of luxury rums aged to perfection with time and passion and showcased amongst the finest products in the world. This is the what. With rums aged up to 30 years, Flor de Caña has won the industry's top quality awards in recent years. The most powerful endorsement of Flor de Caña's quality and excellence came from the International Wine and Spirits Competition, which in 2017 named us Global Rum Producer of the Year.
And the winner is Flor de Caña.
This distinction, the highest within the global spirits industry, is the equivalent to an Olympic gold medal, a Pulitzer, or an Oscar. A true testament to Flor de Caña's commitment to perfecting the art of rum making for more than 130 years.
And yes, in the video you have seen some other expressions of Flor de Caña. Obviously, we have a range of products that is very wide. We have a white 4 years white rum filter to take the color out, carbon active filters, but it's 4 years age, a beauty. We have a 7 entry level into the dark, that is our expertise. And then we get into the older expressions, the sipping range, 12, 18. In the picture you have 12, 18. There's a new product that came last year. Is on the way to Portugal, the 130th anniversary. It's a 20-year-old at 45 ABV, so it's a 90 proof, superb. One of the jewels of the family, the 25-year-old. Here you have it in here, and you can have a sip of it in our booth. And a very, very, very limited 30-year-old, 411 bottles produced, only 1 barrel. We opened the second barrel last year, 30 years. Very unique and rare, and more potential products coming in the near future. I will skip the tasting protocol because it's a long presentation, or not that long, but we'll have the chance of doing it later, no? But Flor de Caña 12, a beauty. And we cover the third of our pillars. We're going to get into one of the most unique, the last one, but not the least. That is all the sustainability pillar behind Flor de Caña. And it's really making a difference with other brands. I've been in the spirits industry 25, 26 years now, 13, half of my career in Flor de Caña. I've never seen a brand with such, I would say, sustainable, ethical component as Flor de Caña. You're going to see a video of that, and later more info.
Sustainably made. We've told you already the when, the where, and the what. Now, here's the why. We are a brand with purpose, committed to a greener future for everyone. Sustainability has been a core value of the family since 1890. We truly believe that what we do matters and can have a positive impact in the environment, employees, and the community. The earth comes first. We distill our rums using 100% renewable energy. We plant 50,000 trees annually since 2005. And we capture and recycle all CO2 emissions during the fermentation process. Today, we're proud to be the world's only carbon neutral and fair trade certified spirit. The latter ensures the rum is produced in compliance with over 300 rigorous labor, social, and environmental standards. We grow with our people. That's why we've offered free education and health services to employees and their families since 1913 at the company's own school and hospital. We also strongly support nonprofits, having a profound positive impact in the community and transforming lives of the most vulnerable. There's a lot going on behind every bottle of Flor de Caña. That's part of our obsession with sustainability and our legacy.
So, this is an example of all these certifications that we have that are there. Whoever that wants to have copy, please let me know. We are very open on that. We are Bon Sucro as well. Well, Place to Work, Amazon Climate Europe Pledge. So that's also recognizing this sustainability approach, taking care of the environment and the society, and the employees. As I was telling you, we are so far the only spirit being fair trade and carbon neutral. That is making very proud the family because they are really conscious and aware of that. And some examples that may sound sort of a trend, but change yourself from Europe into Nicaragua. That is the second poorest country in Central America. Haiti, Nicaragua, it's very poor. Since 13 years ago now, also when I joined the company, it's curious, we've been doing renewable energy to put our machine on. How? We are burning the remains of the sugar cane. Remember that we need tons and tons of sugar cane to get this liquid. So you get mountains of bagazo, is the name, of reminders, that is natural. We can throw it away or we can burn it. We are creating smoke, obviously, but it's natural smoke. And then we create electricity. And we are giving away half of the electricity to the national electricity network in Nicaragua for free. So when we are operating, we are very clean on that. Almost 1 million trees planted since 2005. There's a program. Every year all the employees are doing plant trees actions as well. So it's real, and we're doing that in Europe as well. That's amazing. More than a century of free scholarship for all the employees. It's 20,000 people working for the brand, for the company there in Nicaragua. So it's a lot of people that is receiving free scholarship, all the families, and hospital, since more than 70 years. APROQUEN, Asociación Pro Niños Quemados de Nicaragua. Remember that the family had an airplane crash accident? They got fire burns, several. This is Vivian Pelas, is the mother of my boss, Eduardo Pelas. She got burned, so she realized how difficult it is to recover from a skin burn. And people in Nicaragua is living in very small houses, so kids are getting usually burned with fire, while the mothers or the fathers are boiling water, cooking, whatever. So they create this free institute to help the child in Nicaragua. Also, we are bringing this sustainability into our core activations. We have a One Tree Planted program, that is our ONG, where we are sponsoring, and our aim is to plant 1 million trees by 2025, in 2 years. We have a cocktail competition. Maybe some of you saw 1 month ago that we did the final of 2022 in Nicaragua of the Sustainable Cocktail Challenge. So you need to create cocktails only using sustainable ingredients or fair trade, blah, blah. So we are bringing this concept into the activations and the Zero Waste Cocktails program as well. Some of the recognitions also that we have received only about the sustainability. You can see that there are plenty as well. And as a recap, on the 4 pillars, that now we agree, we order like the when, the where, what, and why. So the when is this 130 years family business where in the tropical Nicaragua, close to an active volcano, doing an exquisitely smooth rum, that rum in the world. And why? Because we are a brand with purpose. For the purchase of a bottle of Flor de Caña, you are helping a community. That is nice as well to know. Today, you can find Flor de Caña is a big brand. It's a huge brand, Flor de Caña. It's in the top 5. Maybe not in Portugal. Will come. It's a question of time. We're really delivering. In Europe, the brand is performing very well. So today, you can find Flor de Caña in more than 70. I would say 70 is outdated. It's more than 75 countries. It's the only and #1 brand from Nicaragua. There's no other brand. Nicaragua is small. Okay. It's the world's fastest growing premium rum. We want to position Flor de Caña into the premium plus category. So that means, that's why I'm just bringing here to show you 12, 18, 25, the premium range. Also, we have the 4 and the 7. They play a more tactical role. You need it in the bar. You need it in the on-premise accounts because you need a white rum to put in the speed rack, no? But what we are pushing is our premium products. It's in the top 5 worldwide in the premium plus, and it's the most eco-friendly rum on the planet. Also, we are proud sponsors in America, in the US, where we are really selling big volumes. So you can see that we are sponsors of Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, the Formula One Miami Grand Prix. That is crazy. We are the sponsor of the top 50 best restaurants, okay, awards, the IVA, International Fishing Association. It's nothing for Europe. This is more Central America, and the New York Patriots. There's another video, to show you some activations that we are doing around the world. Nice to see. We are not going to do the 5 senses tasting protocol. It's very unique. I really invite you to come to our stand, to our booth at the Circus, in the red tent, Circus, and then we can do the proper tasting of the Flor de Caña 18, 12, 25, Blanco, 7. We have the whole range there. These are the tasting notes of the 18, the tasting notes of the 25. But basically, this is it. So, thank you. And now, please, any questions? Vamos. Any questions? Yes?
You have all that certificates that coverage that fair trade and all that things. Why not to use the bio or organic certification also in the bottle, which is very interesting?
Absolutely. Yeah, the thing is about the different standards to get these certifications in Europe or in America. So we're taking a look into the bio certification European. That is, believe me, it's a list like this.
The organic one is only pesticides free, and of course it has to be checked.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
You have all that certification. It was a really good
We are, yeah.
organic way, because it's very trendy.
Absolutely, and we are just checking the list and see what is pending to get this certification. But absolutely, being organic or bio European certified would be also very nice. No, it should be one of the only. Yeah, Yeah, but we are aiming to get this certification as well. Absolutely. Good question. Any other Portuguese? We have a translator here. Español. Okay. So thank you very much. Obrigado. Muchísimas gracias. And see you later. There, having a drink? Good. Thank you.